Alright guys, so welcome to a T.A.R.O video for the Moon Studios Dark Knight, and we're going to try to get into train mode in the best way we can. He's more complicated than Iceland in most ways. He's still similar in design, but still very complicated. First things first, we're going to come back underneath the backpack and attach the hip clip so that we get that joint there. And then for the most part we can let the backpack hang because we're going to need to work around it. Open up the chest like so, just good enough that you can tuck away the head. Just be wary of the little spiky ears, just like you would for any Optimus Prime. Like maybe actually let's just push them back just a hair for clearance sake. Yep, there we go. You guys can see tucked away up in there. Might have to brighten this up just a little. There we go. Close up the chest. Now the arms are similar in how they transform, but they're definitely not the same. So straighten out the arm here. Go ahead and untab that, flip up the shoulder top as usual, because that's going to be the same. So it's a similar transformation, but still different enough that it's its own bot. We got our hands already kind of good to go, and I forget which way this hinges. Okay, so hinge this outward. Get yourself plenty of room here, and then you want to swing the hand in. I usually rotate it like so, and clearance the fingers, because there's a tab right there that will get in your way, and this thing will also fight you a little bit. And then go ahead and tighten it up and flatten it out. Oop. You got the thumb facing down as usual. Hold on. There we go. Fingers are in the way. So you want to really tuck away the hand like so. The arm doesn't slide in and out. It kind of, I think this is actually Combiner Warsing. It's been a while since I've seen that, so I think that's what that is. And then close this up like so. It's a little tight. And then just like before, you want to break behind the elbow, not at the elbow. And then utilize the elbow to pull it up, flip it, and then tab it into place like so. Just do what you can to straighten out all your panels here. Then this panel will slide on the thing and then fill out the shoulder like so. Actually, you kind of want to leave that out for the time being, because we're going to need to do the thing that we did before. Shit. Okay. So he is tighter in a lot of ways than the other one. And then bring the shoulder up just like that. So it does transform very similarly, so that's not an issue. So let's do the other side. Open up the forearm. Use that tab to do it. Swing it wide. Swing it up and around. Got to clearance this just a hair. It is really tight, by the way. Like, come on, thumb, get out of the way. It's like in the way of itself. Look at that. That is not even going. What the hell? Okay, so this hand wanted to turn that way. So we can turn the thumb there. Go ahead and collapse the fingers as usual. That was awkward. I guess, can it stay that way? It might could. Hold on. And then, once again, utilize double hinge on the inside. Combiner wars it down. Some dust there. Hopefully that's not plastic dust and something's been coming apart. It's either going to work or it's not. I don't think the thumb... Oh, there's a little alcove there. That might actually be how that's supposed to go. Maybe the other arm is just ever so slightly wrong. Yep, something Something is unhappy here. It's making contact somewhere. So let's rotate that hand around. Like so. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. So, once again, break it back here. It's a terrible word to use, but it is what it is. Flip it up on the elbow joint. Tab it together. Bring this down. Slide it over. Come down with it. Obviously, you can take it or leave it a little bit there. Okay. And then we want to... Actually, no, we need the room. I always forgot to remind myself I need the room to finagle that. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Can we just bring it up here to flip it? Nope. Okay, you have to flip it down here. There's a little bit more room. I do mean little. Like that. And then swing her up into place. Then now we can bring these down to the side. Don't want to tab it in just yet because we have to work the backpack. And mine keeps unfolding. The little tabs that fit into these holes here don't tend to stay. They flip open a little too easy, if I'm honest. And we'll grab this section, flip it open. Need to untab this from here. Come up so you can see what's going on here. Got this part, slides up because it's our hinge. And then we're going to bring this guy up to here. Whoop. And then that'll align with our posts for other things. I forgot I had the back door hiding there. Actually, I didn't have the back door hiding there. It just popped off. Okay, so we'll line all these up. Go ahead and push it in place. And then we're going to flip this up and then utilize the slider to go down. Now, this is a problem because these sections here, they don't swing open, not like the other one did. So you kind of have to pull it out and close it back in like that. And so now the back ass of the train here is good. Go ahead and swing this guy down, and this will, work into place here. Oh, I forgot to disconnect this. Shit. Well, shit. I gotta fix that before we get too much further because we can't open this otherwise. Does it give us enough room? Nope. Okay. So undo that. Okay, so arm is loose. Like nothing is connected here. Come on. Fucking pop off. There, Jesus. Okay, so I need the backpack to pop off, then swing these open. Now we push it right back. Okay, so let's just do all that at once here. So push this down, have this down, connect that there, connect that there. Basically line all that shit up then, and then come through and work on this part like that. That's a little bit nicer. Closes all that up. You don't have to fight it as much. But one thing, I'll make sure we tab that into there. Bring the gray piece out. Now I will tell you right now, I had to clearance this. I had to take a knife and actually make this hole wider because it would not work initially. Okay, so that tab's on the inside there, and then that goes there. And then we'll go ahead and flip our wheels out just because we're here. And then we don't have to mess with the roof just yet because that'll give us a little bit more leeway later with the legs. So when we get there, obviously these tabs will sit up inside here, and then these tabs will sit inside pieces on here. So let's go ahead and spread the legs, and this is the part I dread the most, if I'm honest. because it is not easy. I do have a spudger here somewhere. Yep. Okay, so we can drop the foot down, unpeg this, just let it ride up there, and then we can untab this. Spudger. And untab this. So just like the other one, we're going to explode the leg a little bit. We also want to go ahead and open here. And I think that is what all we need. So we got a double hinge that's up inside here, and then a few posts. That's going to be key in moving this around. So once we get a little more clearance here, go ahead and swing this out, turn that around, and then this is going to peg into that side panel here in a minute. The most complicated part is what happens inside the leg here. So you can see this here, which is the knee part, actually needs to change position. So it's in a further back position, as you can see right here. So we actually need to swing it down and around, and it will end up in there. Now, I don't know if I can describe exactly what I have to do for this, like, if I'm honest with you entirely, but I'm going to do what I can. So we also need this to come up. It's going to be raised like that. Where am I at now? Okay, so go ahead and open this up a bit. The wheels here will flip out and up. Now that we have that room, we need to break the knee free. It's on another hinge inside here. And we're going to flip all of this inside. Oh, that is so much easier when it's not all one piece. Okay, so all of this will rotate on that inner hinge. Ow! That was got me right in the thumb. And you can see how it's ended up there. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense when you say it, but that's what happens. Okay, so that's now where it needs to be. So we can close... Wait. I was going to say we can close that part, but we can't close that part. What the heck? My brain just melted. What the heck? That doesn't make sense. That's right. I know that's right. I'm not stupid. And this is supposed to come down to there. But what is going on with this? Because I know that's correct. That has to end up there. And the leg has to be straight. Why am I drawing a blank as to what has to happen here? Hold on. Okay, so disregard all that. I was thinking about the combined mode. That was my bad. So for train mode, you just close this back up. You don't flip that around. I was getting my modes combined. That's the hardest part about doing it later, is getting the combined mode. So realistically, what you're ending up doing is getting the wheels out from this compartment, and then you're going to close that right back up, and then flip the wheels up and out like that. And then, of course, later you're going to combine that. So let's go back over here to the other important section. Flip the toe section in, and then we're going to use this double hinge for the foot, and then rotate this underneath like that. Flip the front bumper out like that. Flip this section out and around, and for some reason that doesn't want to do the thing. There we go. And utilizing that hinge inside there, pop that loose, collapse the foot down, tab that in. So now I have the front of the train. And then we can, I need to fix this here. Hold on. Turn that. Utilize this double hinge. And then you can bring that together. There's a classier way to do that. I might figure it out on the other side. So let's just keep the roof up for now. And then this section needs to actually come in from behind that. So if you come up and in, it will end up where it needs to. So basically like that. And I've got the leg kind of in the right spot here. So more or less we want that to be like that. We'll worry about the rest of the front of the train here in a bit. Next leg. Pull this off, kind of turn it out of the way. I need all of this to flip up. I need this to flip up and out. You can just accordion that however you need to. This being able to flip out like this is much more important later on, but it's just convenient for the times being. Open up that. Once again, we're not utilizing that joint because I'm trying not to be an idiot anymore. So flip it open, flip this out, make sure the knee's in place again. Come on, get yourself in place. Close that, close that, close that, open the wheels. So all that nice and neat. Actually, I need to pop this open so that you can finagle this guy. So this comes up on a double hinge right there, once again, and it will post up right there. Flip the foot open, toe back, toe in, utilizing that hinge. Flip the bumper down. Here you can see once again where I'm talking about, or here is kind of the problematic area that will come up here in a little bit, but you can see the paint scrapage there. I'll talk about it once we get to that point in the main review. Come on. So this was part of the thing where I had only transformed it one way before, and transforming it back made things kind of awkward. And this was one of those things. It's just this tab in this little section here. Okay, so let's go ahead and swing this back. I need to swing this in on double hinge, which is scary. Everything feels like it's bending against itself. Line those tabs up. Now this one's going to come behind this and tab in like so. And you can see how this area is all tabbing together like that. The front of the train is already coming together as it goes, so go ahead and squeeze it together, pretty much. Line up the roof. We'll close that last, and as you do. And then, of course, you want to solidify the wheels together. You know, make sure those are keyed up nice and neat. And then come back to the roof. We make sure we get this down. Close it onto those tabs there. And then inside the other tabs. So it tabs from one direction, one way, and then back the other way. And sometimes it's just a pain to get lined up properly, depending on where things want to hinge and where they don't. Okay, so that's all good. Oh, right here. Here's the problem. Okay. Tabbed in. Good to go. Tab that in. And then last but not least, roof comes down like that. And our wheels we need to secure in place. which is the flippy-uppy things here, as usual. I think this one moves a little easier than the green boy. Come on. Like so. Back to the front here, which the front moves around quite a bit, so making sure that that moves is good. There we go. So now the wheel locks are up. Go ahead and place the door back where it's supposed to go. It doesn't like to stay on, but, you know, fuck it. Okay, so this also gives me a hard time, generally speaking. But that is it for our blue train boy. And that's it for this T.A.R.O video, guys. So yeah, that's how you get that guy into train mode. Pretty complicated. It's actually more complicated to get into combined mode, as I sort of alluded to by accident because I'm an idiot. But, you know, it happens. But there we go. There's a train boy. And he's good to go. So make sure you guys watch the actual review if you have not. And of course, later on, way down the line, once we get all of them, there'll be a combination. Yay. So I'll see you guys then. Remember, as always, transform and roll out. I don't want to push it too hard. Bye, guys.